glycogen depletion and fat metabolic adaptation. I suppose that's the science way of saying it. In other words, if you go too hard in a race at the beginning, that's exactly what happens. When you're doing something like, I don't know, it could be a 60-minute race, although, you know, part run up to probably 40 or 50 minutes. If you're trained right, you can go hard and sustain that just on glycogen alone to an extent. But what essentially happens, you know, 45 minutes and above, is your body starts to adapt and transition into burning fat. Some of you call it ketosis training, fasted training, stuff like that. I put other videos out there. It's worth a read. It's going to save you like 5 or 10% on a 90-minute race, and like 15, maybe plus percent time-wise if you get the way that you fuel and eat during, before and after all of your training sessions. And what I mean by that, there's a time and place to do fasted runs, and then there's a time and a place when you do glycogen training, as in you are feeding your body with glycogen because it needs it, essentially when you're hitting 82% upwards. And it's exactly the same for when you're racing. And I looked at this for years and years and years, because when I was younger, and I was in 20s and 30s even, I could go hard and sustain it as well. But for the most part, I was probably only going up to I was probably going up to maybe 3, 4, 5 hours actually, because I'd done selection and all that type of stuff, but I still could just hold on. And it's because I was younger, and I think that as you get older, this becomes more prevalent. So when you're doing a race, and I've done this many a time, and I'll give you an example. I did a fan dance pacing day with 40 pounds for a load of people that wanted to race the fan dance, and I did it, that's 14 miles over the penny fan, 1,000 meters just under of elevation, with 40 pounds, coming in 2:58, beautifully paced, all right. And I made all my points on the way round, because everybody beat me to the halfway point. I said, you're too fast, because now I'm going to overtake you on the way back, which is what I did. And I had to wait for them for like 8, 12, 15, 18 minutes, I think, if I remember rightly. We came in, or the front runners, myself, and people started coming in from about 2 hours 58. People had like 40 pounds on, 35, 30, 20, and nothing. And then 2 weeks later, when it raced, it went way too hard, coming to 3:14 in a very poor state of repair. And it's because I was essentially depleting my glycogen stores that I needed when I was working hard above 82%. You've only got so much. And it's also very difficult for your body to transition into using fat storage system, ketosis, or whatever you want to call it. So you need to give it time. And that's why most people, for the most part, need to warm into racing. You need to do a warm up at the beginning. You need to warm up into your race, and then you can start eating away at the glycogen stores, and your body's also fueling with fat as well. Hope you find this useful. Come and join us at Elite Outdoor Fitness.